add a little riot to your Instagram feed. Follow at RadioU Official. The Riot. Radio U.
And did you know this, Isaiah? Did you know dogs can get depressed?
I've seen some pretty sad-looking dogs.
Yeah. You ever get worried that Jim, the dog, is depressed?
No.
I think about that for Zafira, the dog, sometimes.
Jim's a happy boy. He doesn't do much.
Yeah.
But he likes it that way. He likes to relax.
How can you
Big
be
relaxer.
sure?
Because he's a basset hound. You can just tell just by his own little aura that he's got going on.
Oh, okay.
He prefers to lay and just rest.
I sometimes I look at Zafira, my dog, and I think,
Your dog should be high energy.
what's going on in there? Yeah. Yeah,
Like,
she
you
is
should be
high
taking
energy.
you should be taking her to like the mountains,
Yeah,
on walks and stuff.
in the river.
Yeah, in the river. Let her
Should be,
swim
like,
around.
Fjording things. Yeah, sometimes I worry, and I think my worries, they may be well-founded here because, so the American Kennel Club says that dogs do experience mental health issues similar to depression. And I have 3 things here that you could possibly be doing. This is according to Pup Labs that could be contributing to your dog being depressed. Number 1, if they aren't getting enough exercise. Dogs are active creatures. And so if you're not getting your dog out there, letting it go on walks or run around the backyard, chase stuff, taking it to the dog park, whatever, if you're not doing that frequently enough, that could be contributing to your dog having mental health problems.
It's dog to dog.
Yeah.
Some dogs need a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Some dogs, like my dog Jim, need just a little.
Yeah. I'm concerned that could be maybe now he's okay. Maybe in the future, maybe it compounds on itself, you know?
We could see.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. That's
We'll tackle
one.
that when we get there.
Yeah, right. But yeah, Zafira, I let her run around the backyard all the time to try to get her, make sure she's up and at 'em. Number 2, another thing you could be doing to possibly make your dog depressed is if you're not respecting your dog's boundaries. I was looking at this. I think this is particularly if you have kids, because they're just basically saying, like, if your dog gets up and walks away, that means it wants some alone time or it just wants to be away from you. And if you follow it around, dogs need boundary, like they need space too. They need alone time too. And so if you're following it around, but what kind of adult would do that?
I don't know, because I will say, Jim, he is like the most incredibly annoying dog of all time.
Mm-hmm.
He won't leave you alone. I've never had him.
He's making you depressed. It sounds like
He's all over me.
Yeah.
He is smothering me 24/7, smothering everyone in the house. So I've never had a time where I even chased him around. If he walks
Yeah, you
away
don't
from
need
me,
to.
if I can even find a time where he's not looking at me, I'm like, oh my goodness, my dog's being normal for a little bit. But there's people that have dogs. They're a little more low key. They're a little bit more independent.
Yeah.
My dog, not independent whatsoever. He's like a newborn child. But if you have one of those more independent dogs, sometimes people want them to smother.
Yeah. They want the lap dog attention.
Yes.
And if the
let me
dogs
tell you
aren't
that.
giving the attention.
You don't want it.
Yeah, it's too much. Okay, here's the last one. The last thing that you could be doing that might be making your dog have mental health issues, and that is scolding your dog for things they don't understand. If you're yelling at your dog when you come home from work or whatever, saying, "Why did you tear this thing up?" But he did that hours ago, so he doesn't even know what you're talking about. Dogs don't have that they can't make that connection. So if you aren't like, a great example is if you're just punishing your dog or yelling at it, getting upset for something you did a long time ago. I came back from vacation. Sophia the dog had peed on my bed while I was gone. I couldn't yell at her for that. I just passive aggressively.
But you did anyway.
Yeah, I
You did anyway.
I did because I was upset. So
Yeah, you
she might
did.
be very depressed at this point.
Well, yesterday I yelled at Jim, but that's because I made myself a PB&J.
Yeah.
And when I turned my back to him to rinse off the knife, snagged it, ate the whole thing. Had to make another one.
And you had to dirty the knife again.
Exactly.
Yeah, but
After I had rinsed
that was
it,
in the
too.
moment. That was in the moment.
So then I
that
turned
was okay.
around, and that was like the ultimate betrayal. I turned my back to you for 10 seconds.
Yeah.
You've been planning this. This is premeditated for minutes now. The whole time I was making this, you were waiting for me to just turn my back.
Sounds to me like Jim, the dog, isn't depressed enough.
Yeah, he needs to be a little bit more sad, it sounds like.
The stories you love with the opinions you hate. The Riot Radio U.
I never leave home without blank. And phone, wallet, keys are obviously, those don't count.
The triple tap. The triple tap.
Yeah.
I like to call it.
Uh-huh.
You tap the pockets.
Yeah, exactly.
Phone, wallet, keys.
But
Move along.
what is something else that you never leave home without? So, I mean, we can open up the Riot hotline for this one
877-2-RADIO-U.
to see what other people might have to say about this. I'll tell you that, what are some of the ones I remember from last night? Somebody said lotion,
That's a good one.
like balm. I always lotion up before I leave. I don't take it with me.
So are we thinking like, because I have a different routine depending on what I'm doing. Like, if I'm going to work, I'm not worried about bringing too much.
Mm-hmm.
But if I'm going like out on the town on like the weekend, I'm going to do things with my friends, then I've got a whole different lineup.
Yeah, I think it doesn't have to be literally never leave home, but it's like, yeah, if I'm leaving to go somewhere, what am I always taking with me in this scenario would be fine. Don't get
Usually,
too caught up in the semantics.
I like to have a piece of gum,
Okay. Always.
just a singular,
Yeah.
just a one piece. I don't need a pack,
Okay.
just a one piece of gum, because you really only need to freshen up one time,
I don't know.
depending on how long you're going to be gone.
Yeah.
Other things I like to leave the house with my dignity.
Okay.
If I'm walking out without that, I might as well head back in the door. I like the lotion thing. I never do it. I sometimes carry chapstick.
Uh-huh. Oh, Brittany just texted in chapstick.
If I'm feeling flirty, I bring that chapstick.
I think chapstick depends on the time of year. That's true because I haven't had chapstick on me in a while, but we're getting to that time of year where I might, I'll grab my jacket from last year and what'll be in there? The chapstick from last year that I took with me everywhere. And so that's actually probably a good reminder that I should grab a new stick.
Ben says I don't leave home without chapstick. Also feeling flirty. I like to, on the weekends. I'm also always wearing my watch. I feel naked without my watch.
Oh yeah.
But on weekdays I don't rock the watch. I'll wear an Apple Watch every now and then.
Yeah.
But I'll wear my watch. David says water. Aaron, water bottle says cup of coffee. D says EpiPen. Smart.
Yeah.
Josh, I was feeling naked
people.
if I don't have my pocket knife with me. I also carry a katana.
I always feel like I should carry a pocket knife. But at some point, like I'm starting to get to the point already where my pockets are too full of stuff. So if I had a pocket knife to the mix and I had one other thing, then I always feel prepared, but then I feel overloaded.
I will say, as of late, on the weekends, I've started wearing cargo pants more, right?
Okay.
Because they're like turning back into style.
Okay.
And the amount of pockets in those things,
Yeah.
I can fit so many things in there.
Yeah, but haven't you discovered, though, that, like, one, because there's so many pockets, and you're like, I know I have it in one of these pockets somewhere, and you're opening the Velcro on all of them, you can't find it. And then two, like, even if you have a lot of pockets, you're capable of carrying many things. You feel the weight on your legs. You
do.
feel like it weighs you down.
But that's why I'll slide. I'll put like main, the triple tap.
Yeah.
Phone, wallet, keys. Those are top pockets. Down below in my like knee pockets, that's where I'm tossing in that piece of gum. That's where I toss in a sliver of chapstick.
Put it down low, huh?
I put it down by the ankle.
Yeah, the ankle pocket.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
And so then I kind of forget about them.
I've got a few more, and more people are texting in. So what's something you never leave home without besides the obvious phone, wallet, keys? 8772-RADIO-U. We'll see what more people are saying next.
If podcast awards were ever a thing, this show wouldn't win any. This is the Worst of the Riot podcast.
I never leave home without what? Phone, wallet, keys, just about everybody. Make sure they have those. But what else? What are you bringing with you everywhere? Lots of people texting in with the water. Taking water with you everywhere. Got to stay hydrated. A lot of people texting in EpiPens. Like Hannah, who says, I'm allergic to honey and bee stings.
Well, she's a real liability, huh?
Can you leave it at home in the winter?
Can I even bring her around?
You never know. She's a wild card. Philip says, soda and snacks. Always.
That's a good friend, huh?
Yeah, that's right. He's always, just check in with Philip. He's got Mountain Dew. Always.
Just straight down his pants.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like a Mountain Dew?
Right there in the pocket.
Twizzlers, I got them.
Yeah. Dee texted in. She was saying, because we were saying, somebody texted in pocket knife. And I was like, I wish I carried a pocket knife with me, but I feel like I can't have so many. I'm running out of pockets.
I want to be a pocket knife guy.
Yeah, I feel like a multi-tool guy. D says just keep it in your car.
See,
And
my
then
dad used to be a pocket knife guy. Lost his edge as of late.
Uh-oh.
Doesn't carry the pocket knife with him.
Yeah, it's probably gotten you into a couple binds.
I think my mom said he wasn't allowed to anymore.
But I started thinking of all the stuff I keep in my car, and I always have an air pressure gauge in there because you never know when those tires.
An air pressure gauge.
Yeah, might need a little checkaroo.
Interesting.
Yeah. Can you imagine if I started putting that on my on my
On your
flannel in the
keychain?
pocket? Yeah.
You wear it as a necklace? Your air pressure
Hold
gauge.
on before we go. Check for safety. But no, sometimes, you get the alert. You're like, is this real in the car? The little thing will go off. Do I have a flat tire? Really? Is it at 26 and you're giving me this, or is it at 8?
Yeah, difference.
So I always have that. And then this one I actually count as something I always have. I always have sunglasses because if I'm
in the car, of course.
if it's daylight, I need sunglasses. Even if it's cloudy or whatever, I definitely need to keep the sunglasses around 100% of the time.
Sensitive eyes you have.
I do. And then one other one that I always keep with me, and this is not in my car, this is on my person. Anywhere I go, I always have some headphones.
Smart.
I never know when I might need to tune everybody else out and pop those in. Jared, did you see this? Jared says he has a satchel, so that allows him to keep all the stuff he needs and no pockets necessary.
I'm with Jared on this one. I don't know what his satchel looks like.
That's like usually the satchel goes over your shoulder.
Because there's
like
different.
You're a mail carrier. A mail carrier would have
a satchel, yes. But there's different, like, as a satchel, like, is it more of like a purse satchel? Is it more of like a fanny pack satchel? Because I have considered as of late possibly starting to go fanny.
Ooh. Oh, you're going to be a fanny guy.
Because I wore a fanny to a concert, like a festival I went to recently.
Yeah.
It's incredible. I mean, the amount of things. I put my phone in there, my wallet in there, my keys in there, zip them up, no worries. And I had it like on my chest too.
Yeah.
That way I knew that I wouldn't lose it. No one could steal my stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And it felt, and if I need my phone, unzip right there. Boom. My pocket's free. It felt so free.
I like the idea. I'm trying to picture.
They're back in now.
Yeah, no, I know fanny packs are popular. I'm just trying to
Mainly
picture.
with women, but guys can wear them too. All right, just own it. Own it.
I'm trying to imagine what kind of satchel or fanny pack would go with my style. Like what would I carry?
Maybe
around?
like a flannel one. Maybe like a camo one.
Camo?
Camo.
What kind of guy do you think I am?
You're wearing camo right now. You're wearing green and brown right now. You could go straight to the woods and you could kill a deer if you wanted to.
Giving you the wrong impression. I wish I could kill a deer. I don't have that in me. You got what else? I thought
in my car,
yeah.
I've got toothbrush, toothpaste.
Smart.
You keep that in the side and your passenger little drop down thing in front. I forget what that's called. But you keep the
compartment.
Glove compartment, toothbrush, toothpaste in there. Just in case, yet again, just like the chapstick.
Yeah.
Feeling kind of frisky. You want to freshen up. I feel it.
You ever get worried about this? This is something that concerns me, is that sometimes if you brush your teeth out somewhere, and especially if you don't do it in front of a mirror, then like the toothpaste gets on something. And then you got the little white chalky mark somewhere.
You want to keep.
It's embarrassing, but then again, it also signals to other people
you're clean.
You brush your teeth. Is that really a bad thing?
Yeah, you want to keep that in there. I also keep like some sort of spray. Whether it's like a cologne and then a deodorant.
Never know when you might need to freshen up.
You need to freshen up.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Oh, hi there.
This worst of the riot.
Crank that up.
Radio U.
You consider being a pet owner stressful?
There's stresses to it.
Just in regards to what? What do you think is stressful about it?
When my dog is being annoying.
Yeah.
When my dog smells bad. Oh, I need to make an appointment to get him to the groomer today.
There's
stress.
The stress.
Boom, bang, bing. Just came up with one.
Would you consider being a pet owner more stressful than managing a relationship with a girlfriend?
With a woman?
Yeah, with a lady?
No.
No. Not a chance, right?
Because the thing is I don't understand what my dog wants. But he doesn't get upset with me for that.
Yeah.
I don't understand what the woman wants either. But she is.
And
gonna get upset about that.
My dog will never leave me.
True. He is stuck.
A woman could leave me very easily. Many have.
And as much as Jim tries to run away, I'm always able to bring him back in the house.
That's true. So far, anyways. So far, there's always something you can do. According to a new study of 2,000 pet owners, more people thought that owning a pet was stressful than having a relationship with a partner or having kids.
Well, those people are just ridiculous.
Yeah.
They probably never had kids.
There's
no chance.
Probably not, and they probably shouldn't if they think owning a pet is so stressful.
So hard. I mean, like literally, you can just put your dog in a crate and you can leave it alone.
Yeah.
If you wanted to do something on a Friday or Saturday night, you could do something.
You don't have to ask your dog's permission.
Now, your kid, on the other hand, if you have a baby, you can't leave your baby anywhere.
Many people's lives, social lives, come to an end when they have children. Your social life doesn't come to an end when you have a dog.
No, I'm thriving currently.
Yeah, your dog increased your social life probably.
Yeah, and then comparing that to having kids.
You know what's also more expensive than a pet is a partner or a child.
Yeah,
I don't understand this at all. 42% of people
are uneducated.
Yeah, I don't understand.
Sounds like they're complainers, if I had to guess. They feel like having a dog. They probably have a puppy right now.
Yeah.
And they're like, this is really hard, which it is. I had a puppy. Just like 2 years ago, Jim was a puppy, and it was terrible. It was super stressful, and it stressed me out. But at the same time, he was pooping and peeing in the house every day. But at the same time, it doesn't even compare to having a child. Just the financial stress alone.
Yeah, exactly.
I spend like $50 on food for Jim for like a 2-month period.
Yeah.
And then that's it.
People are worrying too much.
You're stressing too much.
Yeah. Your dog is not that hard to please. Your cat's even probably easier. It's not that.
A cat is, come on. There's nothing.
You could forget you have a cat for a week and nothing would change.
And your cat might be happier because they really don't like you anyway.
You can't forget you have a girlfriend. You can't forget you have a child. This is the most nonsense study. You know what they must have done? They must have phrased this question in a weird way.
In a really odd.
They probably said, which of these furry friends is most stressful for you? A pet, a partner, or a child? Probably did something like that to try to juice up the results for the pets, because there's no way this is true.
A 0% chance.
Yeah.
Wasn't that a great Riot clip? While you're here, you should watch more of our videos and subscribe so you don't miss what we do next.